get more on the budget now being presented tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We know one of the big sectors in our country that can grow jobs is tourism. We saw the figures out earlier from Stats SA showing that there'd been a small decrease in the number of people in South Africa with jobs. Alan Campbell is the director at Anew Hotels and Resorts. Alan, good afternoon to you. We all know how important tourism is and how important it could be to our economy. What do you believe the budget could do to help grow tourism?
Good afternoon, Stephen. Thank you for having me. Yes, we're hopeful that the budget can do a lot for tourism. There's a lot of support we need, from clarity on the way forward with infrastructure improvements, from roads to electricity and airports, to safety and security issues. Hospitality is without a doubt a massive opportunity for job creation and economic growth for South Africa, and we really have yet to really take the opportunity to the lengths or to the heights it could be taken.
One of the big issues is infrastructure. I mean, if you're from another country, you're here on holiday, you're trying to move around on our roads, and you have pothole after pothole after burst tyre after burst tyre, you're not going to want to come back.
Absolutely, Stephen. I sat in a mayoral update the other day where it was spoken about that in the forthcoming year, we can expect 1% of the roads in the municipality to be paved. And that's just not good enough. We're seeing hotels and resorts close because trips that took people 10 minutes on roads now take 4 hours. The infrastructure is crumbling around us, and it does need urgent attention. So we're hoping to see some serious hikes in the public works budget. And yeah, we're optimistic in hoping to be part of a bigger plan.
We want tourism to help everybody around the country. And so, for example, Northwest has a lot of tourist attractions. You've got the Kruger National Park, obviously. I think that's in Northwest, or next to it, close enough. You've got the situation, you've got Sun City, you've got other places that could attract tourists. But the infrastructure in those councils, I mean, you drive from Joburg to Sun City, you really almost need an SUV sometimes when you get to some sections through Rustenburg. Then you've got other parts of the country where maybe some of the infrastructure in certain sections, say, of the Western Cape, not all of it, but certain sections works really well. So are we finding then that infrastructure is affecting where people spend money, which then helps some places, works against others?
Absolutely. Accessibility is key, both to domestic travelers and international travelers. It's a sad fact that traveling from our capital, the provincial capitals, to some of the capitals of neighboring countries is cheaper than traveling between our provincial capitals. So if the roads aren't going to get us there, then we need to develop an airline infrastructure that will. And sadly, both are lacking at the moment.
Is load shedding a big issue for tourists? I mean, it can be quite romantic in a while if you're in somewhere and you know it's dark. It gets a bit boring after day 3, though.
You have to make the best of it, but it depends on the area of hospitality. I think for a lot of hotels, the expectation from guests is that it's a 24/7, 365 lights on scenario. And hotels are having to foot the bill for that. And unfortunately, the grants and subsidies for going into greener or more affordable energy solutions isn't there right now.
We also have issues around visas, and the Home Affairs Department is looking at that now. And look, you know, Alan, it's been looking at that for ages. The Tourism Department, again, the Minister there, Patricia de Lille, I hope she's got her boxing gloves on again, is having to speak to the Home Affairs Minister about some of the issues. How big an issue is that at the moment?
It's a big own goal, I'm afraid. You know, some of the stats we're seeing is inquiries specifically coming out of the East. You know, we're seeing sort of 58% cancellation rates through struggles with visa applications and getting that right. And again, we need to open the doors. We need the foreign currency. We want the spend here. And we want to create jobs as a result of it. And we're sort of hamstringing ourselves.
58% cancellation rate because of problems with visas. 58% of people in some markets who want to come here don't, just because of visas.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Alan Campbell, thank you, Director at Anew.
Sorry, Steve.
Alan Campbell, thank you, Director at Anew Hotels and Resorts.